Hey yo, what is good YouTube? It's your boy OG Maso, and I'm coming back at y'all with another dope haircut tutorial. And in this haircut tutorial, I will be doing the NBA YOUNGBOY type of fade. NBA YOUNGBOY, when he used to have the kind of like the nappy hair on the top, just rocking like the Nudra type look. He really didn't. He had a low fade. It was like a high fade, but it was kind of had a drop to it in the back. So in this haircut, I will be doing that exact same haircut with the shape up. That literally exact same haircut. So make sure y'all stay tuned and enjoy the video. But right now, I put it in that ball line, and I'm starting right in the middle of the C cup, and I went around the head and did that whole ball line. And now I'm coming in with the Andis Cordless Masters. And I'm going up about an inch with my lever completely open. This is to make sure that I can see the fade, and the Andis, the Cordless Master, the lever all the way open, going up a whole inch. That makes sure that your fade has a nice transition into it. So whenever you're fading, you always want to make sure that you're going up a complete inch, unless you're doing like a real low fade but you need a real tight blend. But if you really want to make if you really want to make a blend express itself, make sure you always give it the room to express itself. So yeah, we're going with that lever all the way open. I'm going right up, and I'm going up about an inch, but I'm really scooping out because I don't want to create an extra line that I'm going to have to take out. So now I'm going with my lever closed, and I'm attacking that line that I just created. And you want to make sure that you always comb before you cut and comb after you cut, so you can see what you just cut and see how it looks exactly. So right now I'm just doing the same exact steps, and I'm just coming in with the lever closed, and I'm attacking that line still. And doing a fade is really not something that you can rush. You really have to take your time with doing a fade. Even though you can have your steps to doing a fade, but sometimes doing them exact steps will still leave lines. So you really have to know how to attack those lines and how to get them out. So as you can see, I'm just coming in with that lever closed, and that's doing like, it's starting to look faded. So right now, I think I still have that one guard in there. Yeah, that's the zero guard. Sorry. So I'm coming in with the zero guard for the Andis Masters, and I'm just attacking that lines to really, you can actually see the fade there. So I'm really attacking that line now. I'm just going up, hitting the line and scooping right out, because I don't want to create another line to make my fade go all the way into the head. Like, to really make a fade look good far away and close up, it's really about how you attack those guidelines and how you're doing. So right now I have my Wahl seniors, Cordless Wahl seniors. I'm hitting that bottom line. I actually don't know why I used this clipper. That just added time. I should have just took it out with the Andis Master. So yeah, I'm just going in, attacking the line, and as you can see, I started creating more lines for myself once I came in with this clipper, because the length of the blade and the length of the Andis Master's blade is way different. So going in with that, it made the fade look, kind of brought it up too much. So now I have to go correct with my mistakes, and now I have to go in with the Andis Master, and now I have to fade that line out. With barbering all together, really your job is creating a good haircut. But honestly, what you're doing, you're actually doing a lot of problem solving and a lot of critical thinking. Because say if you're doing a clip over comb, I had this happen to me before. You do a clip over comb, and then your clipper slips underneath your comb. This stuff happens. And granted, you got a lower guard than what you're using on the hair, so then you create a patch. But you have to know how to take that patch out without showing it and letting the client see that you put that patch in the hair. It's all about critical thinking and how you act under pressure, because a lot of things you're doing, cutting somebody's hair, that's a lot of pressure. That's a whole lot of pressure on you, especially if the person is very picky and particular. And you have to make sure that you come out and you deliver the best haircut that you can ever give them in their life. Every time they send your check, there should be no question that they're getting the top quality service that you should be providing. So I'm still attacking this bottom line. And you can see that fade is coming together, man. Every day I'm learning new techniques to apply to my haircuts. I'm learning how to position the clippers to take out that bottom line. If you could see when I'm using that bottom line, when I'm taking out that bottom line, see, I just showed y'all I had my clippers kind of angled with the blade kind of at the skin, not flat, because I really want to take out that bottom line. And I heard from the barber's table on his Instagram, he posted a picture and he showed two different types of angles of how the blade should be positioned. And he said when the blade is flush to the scalp, that's when you're just keeping the blade consistently flat on the head or hair to promote consistent length away from the head. But when you're raking, that's what normally barbers do when they start taking out that bottom line. When they're raking, you're tilting the clipper towards the head while moving in an upward motion. It's an advanced technique mostly used to refine a blend or transition. So that's exactly what I do. I rake a lot. And when I'm doing blending and debulking, when I'm doing a lot of blending and debulking, I do a lot of flushing. I flush a lot to the scalp. That's because when you flush, you don't really make a lot of lines, unnecessary lines. But when you raking, you really have to know exactly what you're going for. So right now, going back to the haircut, I'm going in with my Andis T Outliner because that's what I put the blade in with. That's what I put the line in with. So that's what I'm going to come back and hit the line with now. So as you can see, I push the hair back and comb the little hairs down, because that's what really your shape up is. It's not really all that long hair, because with a lot of people, if you start shaving up where the long hair is, you're pushing them back. So you need to make sure that you're combing out all the little hairs, the baby hairs really, and you're going and attacking that. So right now I'm just hitting the C-cup, it's vertical bars and C-cup. Man, y'all can't tell me this is not the exact haircut that NBA YoungBoy used to get before he cut his hair. This is the exact same haircut. So as you can see, I'm doing the same exact thing, just attacking that C-cup. Man, when I used to cut this client right here, I used to cut him, and his skin used to be red because my clippers was too sharp, and I was using too much of a heavy hand on his hair. So now I had to learn how to attack his hair and how to use my clippers and have a light hand and not irritate the skin. A lot of times when you cut a hair and you press down with them clippers and you see that sharp line, but then give it about 10 seconds, it's going to be red. You know why? It's too much pressure, and that cutting blade is attacking the skin and it's irritating it, and the cutting blade moves very fast. So you really have to be real light with your clippers. You can't be applying that much pressure on somebody's head, especially if they have sensitive skin. Sensitive skin, you could cut their hair and it looks straight. Everything will look perfect. Maybe a little redness, right? But when they go home that next day, they waking up and they look like they got endless cuts on their head. That's because of that sensitive skin. You really got to be careful when dealing with sensitive skin. So I'm taking the line up the way I normally do. I start in the middle, work my way to the side that's closest to me, and then I work my way over back to the other side. So now I'm just shaping them up, and he actually asks for enhancements. This haircut does not need enhancements. It just needs a razor and he'd be good, you know what I'm saying? But enhancements really make that hairline pop. And depending on where you're going after that, it's just good to make sure that you know, like actually, like, you know, make sure you're looking real sharp. So right now I'm coming in, I'm hitting the mustache with the Andis T Outliner. And I'm just going around the top of the lip and kind of creating like a pinch, like you're pinching the mustache towards the end. So right now I'm hitting them with the Topic hair fibers. This Topic is like the OG of hair fibers, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got a lot of companies that's recreating hair fibers and they're selling them, and that's great. But Topic is the OG of hair fibers. Like, it doesn't get more original than that. You know what I'm saying? And they have a whole lot of color selections. That's why I like them. Actually, when you cut a lot of people with different hair colors, you really have to make sure if you're doing enhancements, you have the right hair color for that hair type. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have the right enhancement hair fiber colors for that hair color, like the hair color of the person's hair. That's really what I make sure that I try to get. Like, if I have somebody with kind of like a light brown, I have a light brown enhancement. If I get somebody with a dark brown, I have a dark brown enhancement. Look, I'm looking at myself in the phone, man. They always do that. You know what I'm saying? That's respect, though. Yeah. As you can see, he told me, he was like, hey man, there's still some hair right here. Clients really will let you know if you missing something. Like, they'll let you know. And you gotta be prepared for the I mean, I guess you could say constructive criticism. Because if you don't do well with taking constructive criticism, then you can't be a great barber because you don't know what to fix in your work. So always be willing to take constructive criticism. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones that have to wear the haircut for the next 2 weeks. So you always gotta make sure you're doing a good job. And you're doing exactly what they want. That's how you get your retention rates up as a barber. You gotta ask them what they want. You gotta make sure they explain it. And if they don't not explain it, that's when you bring in pictures. But yeah, YouTube, really, this is the whole haircut. The NBA YOUNGBOY Fade. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's your boy OG Meso, and I'm out.